Good morning, good morning. I just wanted to go ahead and hop on this morning and do our weekly live here this morning. So my evenings have been getting away from me, so who knows what will happen tonight. So I figured I better get on here today was when I have a chance while I'm going ahead and doing my morning makeup and give you our tips for the week. So we've been talking a lot about eye shapes and things like that. For those of you that haven't seen me before, my name's Angela Thorpe. I have worked in the veterinary field my entire life, so I'm a big-time animal lover. You'll see a little bit of them on our page here, a little bit of that expression of animal love and how they help our lives, enhance our lives. Earlier this year, I became a certified makeup artist and have started my own home-based business about a year and a half ago. And so my focus has really been, I've always been a long-time skincare lover and wanting to know more about doing makeup. And it's allowing me to sort of express my artistic and creative side once again, which I really love. So if it's your first time here, thanks for watching. Be sure you check out the pinned post and go grab your skincare cheat sheet. It's going to be going away, so grab it before it's gone. And so that's up there, the link in the pinned post for you, that you can get your copy of that skincare cheat sheet for free. Okay? Also be sure you join our VIP group. It's newly forming, so there's going to be a lot of great content, first offerings, exclusive offerings to some makeup boot camps and things like that are going to happen in there, so you're not going to want to miss it. So make sure you hit the visit group button and request to join in there today. Okay, all right, so let's hop on into it. The 3 tips for hooded eyes. Last week we kind of talked about eyeliner for small eyes. So we discussed how you want to do the eyeliner, mostly focusing on outer half to third to even quarter of the eye and not bringing the eyeliner all the way around, which is typically what we want to do because we think that the more eyeliner we use, the bigger it's going to make the eye look. It makes sense in an intuitive way, but it doesn't work that way. It works to make our eye look even smaller. So don't do the whole circle dark black eyeliner. Choose something more brown or even navy blue, things like that, and only halfway over at the most and smudge it in good. Okay, so let's jump into our hooded eyes. All as I've done so far this morning is my eyebrows, and I have put my base color that I always put every day, no matter what I'm doing on my eyes, down on my eyelids. So just something to even your eyes out, your eyelids out, and give you sort of an even canvas to start working on. So hooded eyes are always a challenge, right? They're the most common eye, so I don't know why they're so challenging. Makeup should have been taught for hooded eyes all along because we have the most common eye. But our natural crease is down here, so we have this skin that folds over it. I have hooded eyes, okay? So when you get the instructions to put the color in the crease, if we go and do it in our natural crease, our skin's going to cover over it and you're not going to see a gosh darn speck of color when your eyes are open. Okay, it might look pretty when you look down, but probably not because your skin going over it's going to smudge it all up anyway. So with the hooded eyes, tip number 1 is you've got to create your own crease. Okay, so to do that, I usually will start with some sort of medium brown type shade, and I'm using the Sigma medium angled shading brush in E7D, and I'm just going to kind of get some color on my brush. Okay, and I'm going to come in with this angled brush, and your crease that we're going to make is going to be directly under your brow bone. So feel for where your brow bone sits, and we're going to create what's going to give you the look of having a natural crease up higher on your eye than it actually is. Okay, so we're going to come in here. I'm sorry, I have to look over in my mirror to do this, so apologize for not looking your direction while I'm doing this, but I can't do it backwards in my camera. I need a little more color here. I'm getting to need a new eyeshadow here in my light brown. Almost used it all up. Okay, so this is not really, we're not really working to blend anything at this point. We're looking to actually just apply this color all along where our brow bone is. And that color can come down to our natural crease, but we're taking it up way farther than our crease. Okay, so you can already see the difference between the two eyes. And here you see this flesh hanging over, and on this one not so much, right? It helps minimize. So anything that's darker color is going to help push back. So we're helping visually to push that tissue back and make it look like we have more of that sort of natural hollowed out eye. Alright, get some color for my other eye. Repeat over here. And it can be a good thing also for the hooded eye to bring this kind of crease line out a little bit longer so don't necessarily follow the curve of your brow bone. When you get to sort of this middle point, go ahead and bring that line of color out a little bit more and then bring it down on that sort of imaginary line from your brow bone to the corner of your eye. And that's also going to help open that eye up and make that crease less visible. I don't know if I got that done very well on this side, so I'm going to go back here. I always tend to just do it naturally better on my right side for some reason, so I always have to remember to do it on this side. Okay, so you can see we're already making progress in how our eyes look in as far as just that flush runneth over, right, on hooded eyes. Okay, so that's tip number one. Okay, tip number two is don't be afraid of color for your crease. Okay, so even though it's daytime look, a lot of your color is going to get folded in. So it is perfectly okay to go ahead and want to come in with a little bit of a darker shade. And maybe a small fluffy brush, which I have some cat hairs on this one because of my kitty cats. It is in my drawer, but don't ask me how the cat hair got there. The cats love my makeup drawer. They try to steal my beauty blenders. I think those are great fun to play with. Until I try to tell them how expensive they are, and they just don't listen. Okay, so we're going to come in a little bit lower than that line that we started up here. So we're not going to take that dark color all the way up. We're going to focus more just underneath that, so between the brow bone and our natural crease line. So that's where it's still perfectly okay to apply some darker color. And then also in that sort of accent area, in sort of a 45-degree triangle in the outside corner of our eye. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring in a fluffier brush that I will use to just blend that out with. So anything that's really dark, a fluffy brush is going to help blend it out. A compact brush is going to help really focus the color in on the area that you're aiming for. So we're going to do the same thing over here. I'm just going to kind of dot it along the general area so you see where that color would go. And then we'll put it in this 45-degree angle. So, okay, I purposely applied this really messy looking, just so you can really see through the camera where that color is supposed to go. I'm going to take my fluffy brush in here and blend that out. So using small circles, hold your brush down at the end and that will help lighten the color up more. And then windshield wiper also works well. And just blend, blend, blend. If you're on here, say hi when you hop on. Tell me where you're watching from. If you're watching on replay, drop a 2 for replay. Okay, so that is tip 2. Alright, then our third tip for hooded eyes is lid color. Okay, you don't want to neglect putting color on the actual little bit of lid we really have. So our lid is this area from our lash line to the crease. So we have little tiny lid space. It's not very much, and it's even less when we have our eyes open for as far as what can be visually seen. So we want to accent that so it can really pop and be seen. Because again, by doing that, it's going to provide dimension to our eyelids, okay, to our eye area. And that's what helps our eyes to pop. I'm going to use this sparkly pink color. I love shimmer on the eyelid. For hooded lids, you in general do not want to use shimmer on your crease. The shimmer is going to help bring that out, that area you apply it to, and the crease we're trying to push in, so use a matte darker color. And then on the lid, a shimmer is great because that is exactly the area we're trying to pop out. Compact flat brush is really going to help you concentrate that color where you want it to go, and more of a patting motion. It's okay to go up slightly above that crease, but you really just are trying to concentrate it on that lid so you can see how visually it makes the lid seen much more easily than this side, and then that's going to help bring out the color of your eye even more. And I'll end up giving you a fourth tip because we'll cover eyeliner here for the hooded eye. I always think I have 3 tips and then I always give you 4 or 5, 6 tips. That's okay. I'd rather do that than give you less than I promise. Okay, so again, just kind of pack that shimmery color on to that lid space. Okay, and that's where we're going to help those lids really be seen. My hair's falling out as I talk. Still have to do my hair. Alright, so last step's going to be the eyeliner. And for eyeliner, if you want to do more dramatic eye on hooded eyes, then really it's best to stay thin on top of the lash line and do a tight line on the upper eye rather than going thick and bold with your liner. However, cat eyes generally work really well with hooded eyes. I'm going to be doing a cat eye tutorial Friday in a different group. If you want to be in that group, just drop cat eye and I will send you an invite link to that group. Otherwise, I will download it and I'll be uploading it to YouTube also. So I can give you that link there later, but if you want to see it Friday, drop cat eye and I will get you added to that group where you can catch the live on Friday evening. Probably will be the evening. I am working to get this to be a consistent time for you guys so you can come to expect when I'm going to be here live for you. I just need to get my life a little more consistent to do that. So right now I'm kind of making sure I get it in on the day that I promise, and we'll go and improve from there. Alright, so kind of keeping it thin on the upper, and then again if you want to make that more dramatic, then come in and do a cat eye. I use this cream to powder eyeshadow. If you use pencil for this, make sure it's nice and soft. Otherwise, use a brush and you would apply it that way with like a gel or something like that. But with this, it's only me using it, so I can just come in here and just run this under my eyes. So you can see that really darkens it up, darkens up my liner look, but it's not taking up lid space. And so it helps make your eye pop even further. So I'll do it on this one, just so I make the match. If you have small eyes, again, for the bottom, tight lining with a beige color on the bottom can really help open up and enlarge your eye. I'm doing a day look, so I'm not going to do any too much dark liner because I'm just headed into work and appointments later, so. Okay. And once that's on, I love this little brush right here. It is called a pencil brush, E30 from Sigma, and I use it to smudge out my liner. Just kind of lighten it up if I want to. Or just smudge it into my lash line a little bit better. Whatever kind of look I'm going for. Okay, so you can see I'm about done with eyes. We're just going to want to finish up with some mascara. And applying mascara in a zigzag up the lashes. It's going to help keep it from getting clumpy. And that's the other thing with hooded eyes. If you do your top eyeliner too thick, you're not even going to see your lashes because they're not going to rise up above your eyeliner. So it's important to keep that thin and put that shimmer on your lid, and that will also help your lashes to be more visible without wearing false lashes or anything like that. So those are the 3 main tips to recap. I'm going to do a second layer of mascara in a second, but that's the 3 quick tips to recap. 1, create your own crease by putting in a medium color under your brow bone go ahead and don't be afraid of a little bit of a darker color directly underneath that, between your natural crease and your created crease. So right in here, so it's going to even deepen that pushback effect where people's eyelids would normally rescend back into their eyes. We're kind of creating that look. And then put a shimmery color on your lid to help your lids pop. I have a little bit of mascara I smudged on top of this lid. So if you ever do that, you can always come right back in here with some of that shimmer. And reapply things so you don't take up, again, your lid space that you want to help your eyes to pop. So that is it for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Please drop a V if you got value and learned something from this live, because I want to know that I'm providing you content that is helpful to you. If you have ideas for what you want to see later, please also drop those in the comments. I'll be happy to prepare my next lives on topics that you're interested in learning more about. Again, make sure you go to the visit group and join that group. Drop cat eye if you want in my other group, which is my product group, if you want to see the cat eye tutorial on Friday. And other than that, I will see you back here live next Wednesday. I will try to do better about notifying you what time I'm going to be on as we go forward. And I'll talk to you soon. Hope you're having a great week. Bye.